children who are frightened and crying, overcrowded conditions. Now that the public has seen that, is that not a crisis? And what conditions or situation, what metrics would have to be in place for the administration to call it that?
Well, children presenting at our border who are fleeing violence, who are fleeing prosecution, who are fleeing terrible situations is not a crisis. We feel that it is our responsibility to humanely approach this circumstance and make sure they are treated and put in conditions that are safe. I will say that these photos show what we've long been saying, which is that these Border Patrol facilities are not places made for children. They are not places that we want children to be staying for an extended period of time. Our alternative is to send children back on this treacherous journey. That is not, in our view, the right choice to make. And so our focus now is on solutions and putting in place policies, including expediting processing at the border, opening up additional facilities, something that you've seen developments on over the past several days, and there'll be certainly more on. Restarting our Central American Minors Program, which was stopped in 2017. Thousands of kids should be eligible to apply for that, so they're not making this journey. So our focus is on solutions and implementing them as quickly as possible.
The president said he is open to going to the border at some point. Do you have any sense if during this current situation he would consider it valuable to go there, see for himself the conditions, talk to people on the ground? Is that something we should expect?
I don't have any trips to preview for you. I can tell you that the president is briefed regularly on the situation at the border and every step that he is pushing his team to take, that his team is taking to put in place actions, to put in place solutions that will expedite processing, get kids into shelters more quickly. And he is regularly briefed, but I don't have anything to preview for you on a trip.
He also said one of the changes that could take place is allowing a process where those seeking asylum can do it from their home countries. But there are a lot of advocates who say that just extends the period of exposure to poverty, violence, all of those conditions, and don't support that. So how is the president going to deal with that factor? And clearly the border is not closed given the flow. So that seems like a message that is not in tune with what people are actually seeing based on, we're now up to 15,000, 16,000 kids in U.S. custody and so forth.
Well, factually, the vast majority of people who come to the border are turned away. Adults, families, single people who are coming to the border are turned away. So that is a message we will continue to convey through a number of the means I have outlined for you, and the president has also conveyed that directly, as has our Secretary of Homeland Security, and as was noted earlier, there's obviously a trip to the region as well. What was your first question?
Well, is the president frustrated his message isn't getting through?
I don't think the president sees it that way. The president, the Secretary of Homeland Security have all conveyed that there are a number of factors at play here, including the fact that a number of the people who are making this treacherous journey are fleeing circumstances that are difficult on the economic front, to hurricanes, gang violence. There are smugglers who are making their own pushes about how this is the time to come. So we understand we're working against a lot of push factors that are pushing people to come to the region, come to the border. But what we are conveying from our end is that the border is not open. The majority of people are turned away. And we are, as we're talking about children here, and with children, our focus is on expediting the processing at the border and ensuring they can get to shelters as quickly as possible.
Go ahead, Peter.
Thank you, Jen. So